Hello everybody and welcome to Fanfare for the Common Person. Stories that don't end on the last page. My name is Jim and I welcome you to my new channel. I am thrilled if you've made it here. This is remarkable. I am just starting off posting material on my channel, and this is sort of the inaugural video with regards to where I'm going to go with the channel. It's primarily a channel on books, and more importantly it's about what those books derive in terms of how they affect people, culture, emotions, the type of destinations they take us to. I will be revisiting books that I've read many moons ago and equally exploring new novels with the benefit of a bit of wisdom that I've gained through the years. Also, I'll be exploring both fiction and nonfiction, and I do have a preference, and that may come out in the next videos that I produce. You can decide on where I'm at there. I want to share ideas and sort of reflect on the ebb and flow of our society with regards to books and how they capture something essential about their times and still speak to us today with their messages. I always know that turning the last page is not the end of my reading journey. It's just a start. Hope that's what you get for that. It's, you know, the calibration of new thoughts, a reconciliation of certain ideas that you had or now you have, a bit of a transformation in many cases. Sometimes it's just status quo and it confirms what you believe, and that's equally as good. I've read a lot of books, taken me out of my comfort zone, put me into different zones that are interesting and definitely provide a new learning atmosphere. Some of these books I've read many decades ago. Like, I'll be introducing one of the books. My first video will be The Chrysalids. Wonderful books whose ideas definitely have given me shape. Others I've definitely discovered later in life. And what these books, both prior and current, share for me is the fact they say something meaningful about how ordinary people navigate many aspects of our lives in terms of fear and change, belonging, identity. Definitely these books can be sort of a roadmap, understanding the human condition and understanding ourselves and others much better. Many books will provide this, what I call a psychological base camp in our heads, our psyche, presenting new ideas, both comfortable and uncomfortable, as I've said. Again, they're very transformative in many ways, equipping us with our own ascent on this sort of reading journey to the top of the mountain, let's say. Again, this channel is not about literary theory or reviews for their own sake. It's about reflection, about what these stories reveal when we return to them with lived experiences. If you've ever felt a book understood something about the world before you had the words for it, I believe this channel is for you. And if you believe books don't just entertain but help us make sense of who we are and where we're going, I believe you're in the right place. I also want to provide relatable books when I am reviewing a book I've read, and we'll explore and expand on different topics, as I've mentioned, regarding the wider impact books have on our culture, politics, art, philosophy, etc. And how different books' ideas intersect with this really important theme I like about the common person, common man, common citizen. The beauty of these books, they require, in many cases, no credentials to read. There's no pretense. It's all honest endeavor and authentic engagement and unpretentious experience, for sure. There's no better way of transporting yourself to another world, another idea, than a book. It is a portal to somewhere different, some other thought, some other idea. definitely a learning and an expansive vehicle for one's ideas of what the world's all about. Again, I really like the idea of the common person, common citizen, common man. It's an important theme for me, which can be found in many of the great literary works that have been created. Many authors are simply just people speaking to the world on the fact that at the end of the day, we're just basically the same. Again, the channel takes its original ideas from this speech that Henry A. Wallace, the 33rd Vice President of the United States, introduced, which was the concept of the common man. He had this speech. The speech was done in 1942 when World War II was raging, and he called it the fanfare for the common man. I've changed it to the common person because we want to include everybody under person, which is, I'm not going to look at the moral content for 1942, the different set of circumstances back then, so there's no criticism on that area. Like I said, while World War II is in full gear, raging across Europe, he delivered this speech that proclaimed the century of the common man. A speech which was very powerful, meaningful, showcasing the importance that the citizen had on all strata of society, and with a lifeline to an efficient and effective country. And that cannot be more true. His speech highlighted that it was the common man which bravely went to the battlefields to fight tyranny. The speech definitely captivated a romantic image of the common man, having a ripple effect on inspiring a newfound pride for the common man, citizen, person. Later, the speech also immediately inspired many artists, especially the legendary American music composer Aaron Copland, who created the masterful musical piece called Fanfare for the Common Man, a really powerful musical celebration. I would say it's sort of an anthem for the common person. The piece has been replicated by many other artists in movies and is a real showcase to the majesty of the common person. Both the speech and music create a very profound reflection on the common person and their fundamental right to freedom of speech, both written and oral, assembly, etc. I took this name for the channel. As I've said, it's very dear to me in terms of how I see my fellow citizenry. And again, without this common person, there really is no society. And so there is a very strong connection for me with this sort of concept. Again, so thank you for picking the channel. I really appreciate you spending the time with me. I hope the channel can be a positive and progressive viewpoint on your reading journey. So again, please join me where you can. I welcome and respect all opinions, but be ready where needed to agree to disagree. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you in future videos. Please subscribe if you can, and message me below for any thoughts on something you would like me to present. Thank you, and see you again. And by the way, I'll be reviewing this in my first video, The Chrysalids, really powerful book that I read many, many moons ago in my adolescence. I've reread it. It really has a lot of characteristics in terms of our politics and our socioeconomic structures and sort of the dystopian world we live in today. It's kind of reflected in here. Really powerful piece during the atomic age. I'll elaborate more on it later. If you've read this book, please join me in my next video. Or if you can, reread this book. Really, really good. For its time. It's a treasure. Hope you can read it. I'll welcome you to the next video. Can't wait to talk about the book. Can't wait to hear from you and see what you think about this. Thank you very much.